Hello, welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. It's no secret that stem cell research is changing the face of medicine. Scientists are getting closer than ever before to curing many devastating diseases. But it's how they use these powerful cells that remains a controversial subject. Joining me now is Vice President of International Stem Cell Corporation, Dr. Simon Craw. Welcome, Doc, to the program. All right,
Hello.
Let's talk about stem cells. What is a stem cell and how many types of stem cells are there?
Okay, so let's talk about human stem cells first. There's basically two types of human stem cells. There's what we call pluripotent stem cells, and then there's what we call adult or somatic stem cells. Adult stem cells come from adult tissue.
So this is what I have in my body right now.
So you have
I cut myself, the stem cell goes ahead and regenerates the tissue.
Exactly. It's in your skin, it's in your kidneys, it's in your bone. Those are adult stem cells, and they help your organs repair themselves. The other category of stem cells are called pluripotent stem cells. And the controversy around pluripotent stem cells comes from the fact that they are derived from embryos. And another name for them is embryonic stem cells. And in the creation of those stem cells, the embryo is destroyed, and people believe that life has already started at that point, and so in destroying the embryo, you're killing...
There's an ethical issue with that.
Exactly.
So what kind of stem cells are you using?
So my company, International Stem Cell, we discovered a new class of pluripotent stem cells. And they are stem cells that have the same characteristics of embryonic stem cells, but they don't involve destroying a human embryo.
Okay.
The technical name for them is parthenogenetic stem cells. It's a bit of a mouthful, but they're essentially the same as embryonic stem cells, but avoiding the ethical controversy.
Right. And I guess the definition of a pluripotent stem cell means that it could really change into any kind of tissue or adapt itself into any kind of need. But you found the same type of cell now without destroying embryos, right?
Exactly.
Beautiful.
A pluripotent stem cell can become any cell.
Any kind of cell in the body. It has a lot of use. When you were doing the research, how did you come about these types of cells?
The diseases that we're interested in are diabetes, Parkinson's disease, diseases of the liver, and diseases of the eye that cause blindness in the back of the eye, the retina, and the front of the eye, the cornea. And we're interested in treating these diseases with cells derived from our pluripotent stem cells.
Right. And how is that research going?
It's going very well. It's all preclinical at the moment, the research, in the sense that we are not in human clinical trials. We're in the research phases where we're growing the tissue, we're trying to understand the properties of the tissue and that they have the right characteristics that we could implant them into humans safely. You
also then you began to develop a cosmetic line because you found that these stem cells can be utilized for the healing, I guess, or the rejuvenation of the skin, right?
Exactly. Along the way, as part of our therapeutic area research, we made a number of discoveries that we could use extracts from our stem cells to treat human skin cells, fibroblasts and keratinocytes, and that the extracts from the stem cells can have a very beneficial effect on these cells. And that serendipitous discovery led us to think about developing a skincare regimen. So our creams contain the extracts of stem cells. They don't contain stem cells themselves. Okay.
What is an extract of stem cells?
We essentially crack open the stem cells and take all of the proteins and peptides out of the center of the stem cells and then encapsulate them in a nanosphere that we can formulate into a cream. So it contains the goodness from the stem cells, but it doesn't contain the membrane of those stem cells. Stem cells are large, and you can't apply them topically to the skin.
Okay, so you're taking the content of the stem cell.
Exactly.
As compared to then the other methodology is actually injecting the fat stem cells into the skin.
Yes, and I think injecting the fat stem cells tries to stimulate the skin and plump the skin up. And essentially do the same thing as what we do, but we apply the extracts topically, and the extracts absorb into the skin and then release the proteins, and that's what activates the cells.
Have you done any studies on the efficacy of this cream?
We have. We've done clinical studies, and we have very good clinical results in terms of appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, skin brightness, luminosity, skin firmness, for example. We get very good clinical results on skin firmness. And then we've done a large number of what we call in vitro testing, which is laboratory testing on skin cells and applying our extract to skin cells and looking at how various proteins are expressed by those skin cells. The important proteins are things like collagen and elastin that everyone knows about.
Right.
And we've shown quite clearly that our extract increases the level of those proteins in the skin cells.
All right, where can people get more information?
Our products are on sale at lifelineskincare.com.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any health topics you want to talk to me about, email me here at Fox at drmanny@foxnews.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Manny.